Hey guys, for today's mission we're going to be heading to a very local and iconic place here in Gothenburg called the Fish Church, Feskekörkan in Swedish. However, before we do this, we're going to be heading a little stop to Stenpiren, which is to me an often overlooked tourist destination, which has a lot of flavor and history in fact. Where am I right now? I'm actually close to Brunnsparken right now. It's January, I'm freezing my hands off and we can almost see still the Christmas tree. What's that? Did a guy shout at me? I have no idea. My name is Javier and I am a local. Now I am originally from the other side of the world in fact. I am from Peru, but I've been living here for 25 years. You could say I'm a local very much in fact. However, I'm a very local. I'm one of those guys, you know, who lives in a place forever and never really takes their time to explore his own city. So this is a way for me to, you know, give you some local gems, give you some advice that only the locals may know of. Oh, actually, this is quite a lovely building. I'm gonna show you guys this. Let's see if I can turn this around. Look at that. That's one of the churches here that we have in this vicinity. And in fact, from here, let's take a little look right over Gustav Adolf's story, which we might actually have to explore on our next episode. And the trams are a trademark of Gothenburg. I know there are trams all over Europe. I've been around, guys, but to me, the trams are one of the local hotspots. It's just, they're so famous, they're so iconic, they're even part of the different songs, like just that effect, I don't know. I have this thing about Gothenburg, which is, it is the second largest city in Sweden, so you know, there's not that much enough action as you might have in the capital. However, to me there's still this very folk charm, this I don't know how to describe it. Plus, you know, the locals, the Gothenburgians, they're famously known to be one of the warmest and kindest. And they have this particular dialect, Göteborgska. I don't know how to really translate that to English. Gothenburgian sounds like a Gothic burger. I'm not even gonna try. In fact. Oh, and a tram comes by. There. What a lovely shot. Yes. Really spectacular weather today. However, we're still below 0 Celsius. So to be honest, my hands, they're freezing a little bit. You know, it is how they say, all part of the adventure. Yeah. Oh, let's see if I can cross this without losing my life. Bloody hell. Is it safe? Oh, yeah, let's go! Ah. What a view, guys. And now this is one of the reasons why I wanted to take you over here, because this is certainly one of those undiscovered hidden gems of the city, because once you're in the right location, you can take absolutely beautiful panorama pictures. That way, it's going to be Brunnsparken. That's where we saw the church previously. Over here we have the casino. And now we're beginning to see the piers. Yes, that whole new building that was built here in Gothenburg. And Stenpiren. This is Stenpiren, guys. And we can already see the boats, which are different ferries. Actually, there's like a floating restaurant that you can eat if you want to. And also, this is like a transportation hub for the local Gothenburgians, where you can take the ferry, you can take the bus, you can take the tram. Now here we are, Stenpiren Resecentrum, which is more or less translated to travel center of Stenpiren. Stenpiren meaning stone pier in Swedish. And as I previously mentioned, I find this to be a perfect place just to make a quick stop. I mean, the fact that it is so close to Brunnsparken, which in turn is very close to Central Station, is an absolutely must. It's quite dead today, but I get it. It's winter, people are freezing. And I'm taking you to the first stop that I want to show you, just to share a little bit of Gothenburg history. And actually the Gothenburg story, which is over 400 years, and had a rough start. The first 50, 100 years were quite rough. The death rates were higher than the birth rates. And it all changed into this blossoming coastal town, which tons of trading possibilities really, once the treaty was signed in the middle of 17th century, which in turn turned Gothenburg into a more of this glorious naval trade epicenter. What I'm about to show you is actually, to me, quite a controversial monument, because it's a monument for colonialism. Oh, there we are. We're getting close to this brass statue which says, "The people of Sweden erected this monument to the memory of the first Swedish settlement on American soil and gave it in custody of the state of Delaware." This is right. This is a monument to the new Sweden, which was formed over there in the Americas, which, oh my God, it even says, "Swedes buying land from Indian." Yeah. Oh man, this feels fucking bad. And this was built by Kurt Velling, a famous Swedish sculptor actually, who made Poseidon, in fact, over in another part of local Gothenburg. If you're gonna take a little look over here, there's more written, of course, a fat white guy in his imperialistic triumphant post. Oh man, this feels bad. Fort Christina. There's a lot of information that can be found about this, but Sweden tried to settle in the New World for several hundred years ago. There we go. Oh, that's the name. Carl Milles. En gåva av Kooperativa Förbundet. But let's take a look around us. Look at this beautiful panorama. Wow. And that's the ferry coming over here. This is a perfect way to cross over to Hisingen, which is over the Göta river. Right over there, in fact. And to me, if you are visiting Gothenburg, this is like a perfect place to take a lot of selfies, take a lot of shots, because it really is a beautiful place. Back when I used to work close by here, I used to, grab a takeaway lunch and just sit over the benches. Look at this panorama shot. Absolutely lovely. But make no mistake, guys, my hands are practically freezing, absolutely freezing over this cold coastal wind. So do dress. Even in the summer, to be honest, I will highly recommend you guys to have at least some couple of wool clothes. We highly believe in the layer upon layer mentality if you're a Scandinavian, because maybe in the morning it's extremely cold, then the noon sun arrives and you have to undress layer by layer. And of course, every now and then there's gonna be showers of particular rain. People like to complain about London and England, but I will go so far as say Sweden has its own characteristic weather, particularly Gothenburg. Tons of coldness, tons of rain, all the time. And in fact, the travel center is not without its charms. Like it's an award-winning place. I found it won Årets Stadsbyggnadsprojekt 2017. And also, you can find some convenience. There's some sushi place over there. You can warm yourself whilst you're waiting in the cold winter breeze. And in fact, that's exactly where I'm gonna be heading. I'm gonna go there and warm myself, because it's taking quite a toll on me. Plus I can show you guys how it looks inside. There we go. It's not huge, but it's a perfect place just to sit down, take a little breeze. I used to eat a lot of lunch on this local sushi place, in fact. And as most places in Sweden, you can always find information for your next tram, your next bus. Here's a very local convenience store, Pressbyrån. You can basically find it all over the country. Alright guys, let's say goodbye to Stenpiren while we see this lovely atmosphere built up for us. And let's continue to the top mission, Feskekörkan, this iconic fish church that I've been talking about. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was sitting in the travel center for about 15 minutes. And actually, let's take a look at this. This is like a floating restaurant, one of those boats. Oh man, this looks lovely. You know what? No, I'm gonna have to do some local advertisement for this whatever thing it is. I think it's still in business. It's quite good. Nautica Bistro. There you go. Even celebrated nyårsafton, New Year's Eve. nauticagbg.se. And you can rent it for conferences, event, parties. Fucking hell. And there we go, I'm doing a little bit of advertisement for the local restaurants. And actually, now that I remember, in this particular spot, I have this anecdote that I was with a friend, and we have been, like, you know, as people do in coastal towns, drinking a little IPA. And I don't know, suddenly one day we decided to start dancing salsa, because I was doing some courses back then. Because you cannot be a Latino without having at least a little bit of basic salsa. So I put on the phone, I put on the speaker, I put on some old classic Latin hits, and we dance. So it's also another thing. So besides the history and besides the lovely food, and you know, being a very charming place to be, I have that memory of my friend. And actually, if this travel blog continues, so maybe we might meet her as one of, you know, she lives north in Värmland, so I might have a little visit, and maybe we can have a little dance again. Oh wait, all right, let's not forget ourselves as becoming nostalgic. And oh, look at this. I'm just continuing all my way and heading over to Feskekörkan, which is located between Stenpiren and Järntorget, in fact. And whoa, what is this? This is like some old houses. I like this. Look at this. It even says Merkur over there. Now that's a lovely shot. Look at the Merkur. I'm not gonna lie, I have absolutely no idea why it says like that, but hey man, it looks charming as fuck. And that's the beauty of Gothenburg. There's a lot of new mixed with the old. Sadly, there's a lot of old structures that had been lost over the time. You know, they're just being taken down for new development, but you know, that's a classic story as old as time, right? Oh, Stena Line right over there. The Stena Line terminal if you're heading over to Denmark, which I did last year, 2024. Me and my friend went to Skagen because we wanted to experience one of the unique places. There's actually a floating dune desert in Skagen, Røde. And oh, look at this charming little boat. All right, let's continue. I'm getting sidetracked way too much. Woohoo! Oh, where's this? What is this precious? And that's quite random. Let's just go. right, finally. It's past noon now. I'm getting a little hungry. There might be a trouble. I just remember something. Of course, Feskekörkan is the busiest during a weekend because it's a famous, iconic location. There's going to be tourists, so I'm hoping we're going to find a table or somewhere to sit. I'm getting a little hungry. I might have a nibble of some fish or oysters. I don't know. We'll see how it feels. All right, we're walking past Esperantoplatsen, which is not so far away from Järntorget, in fact. And the thing I like about this place, this cafe right over to the right, which I'm going to show you guys, where Språkcaféet, where people can sit down together. And you know, if you're learning Swedish, if you're an expat or similar, or you just want to learn some other language, this is a perfect place just to sit down, eat a muffin, and so on. Tons of lovely people. Of course, you can have a drink, guys. There's food, fika, cafe, everything you might want. If you're coming from Järntorget, all you need to do is walk from there all the way over this bridge, and you have to cross over the canal, and right over there you're gonna be finding Feskekörkan, and that's where I'm heading right now. Now we're walking on the right side of the canal, and it's gonna reveal itself to us. And the place was closed for 4 years until 2024 due to renovations. It's 150 years old. It makes for quite the impression, right? Look at this, here it is. Feskekörkan, finally on our location. Oh, I hope there's enough space for me. Right, and before we enter the building, I was thinking we could take a little stroll around it. It's not as huge as one might think, in fact. It's quite small, but there's tons of charms, and I don't know, it's just something that we're gonna have to reveal on the inside, right? You can find the entrance right over here, and then if we take a little stroll before, during the summer, people can just, buy from the restaurants, have a little takeaway, and sit here under the lovely weather. Actually, I do like this whole floating thing. It's quite charming. I would love to have a drink, as they do in Europe, Aperol Spritz. It's very famous here in Sweden as well, not only in southern Europe. Look at this. Oh, actually it seems quite full. You can see the windows that give this whole neo-Gothic feel. I mean, you can understand why they call it the Fish Church. And actually, the correct way to say it in Swedish is Feskekörkan, but Gothenburgians have a certain way to pronounce certain words. So we call it Feskekörkan. Oh, look at this. We got some statues. A little working class romanticism. Statues of people working. I think there was a famous fishmonger, famous fish seller. Oh, there we go! Awesome! Fiskare från skärgården landade och sålde här sin fisk under slutet av 1800-talet. Which means more or less fishermen from the archipelago landed here and sold their fish by the end of the 19th century. Amazing. Here's for your selfies and your... In fact, I might take a selfie later. That would be a cool thumbnail. Maybe, we'll see. And here's the other side of Feskekörkan, which is actually quite more lovely, because the other place was a little bit too close to the parking lot, if you ask me. This should be like the official entrance. But yeah, look at this. Do you see this, guys? Does this remind you of anything? Want some spoilers? Yeah. And the architect who built this, in fact, was greatly inspired by Norwegian churches and the Viking great halls, Långhusen. So yeah, of course, we are in the Nordic, guys. We're in the land of the Vikings. So, I mean, it shouldn't come as a surprise. Let's get a little closer. We can see the shrimps, fresh shrimps, 300 crowns. It's about 30, over 30 euro kilo. And there's different informations about the restaurants, both in Swedish and in English. You can have a little look-see here. Of course, you can find all of this information in the website. And actually, immediately as you enter this place, you're hit by a strong fish smell. Luckily, it's for the best. It's not the bad kind. And now we are inside. Here we are, Feskekörkan's inside. And this is what I wanted to tell you. The whole place, look at it, look at the roof. Has this great Viking hall, you know, like in the movies, with its arch. Very particular architecture. And there's a lot of places where you can eat, and which has been a little bit of a criticism, in fact, after renovation, that it's become less of a place where you buy your fish, like a fish market, and more of a place where you mostly sit down and, you know, eat some of the local fishes. Also, price has increased through the years, so I will say it's no longer a place where people are buying their fish. There are cheaper places, but still this is like an iconic tourist spot, and it's therefore completely full with people right now. I mean, with that said, you can absolutely still buy some salmon and other local produce from this region. It's very fresh, and so supposedly to be absolutely delicious. So make no mistake, this is still a fish market. What I was just trying to say, I heard from my friends and other expats that I'm friends with that it could be a little on the pricey note. So for a budget traveler, this might be a little too much. Luckily, even if you're not willing to pay for too much for the dishes and the wine and other stuff, there's some charming souvenirs that you can take home. You know, this looks very old school, a little hipster vibe here. Nothing wrong. There's a lot of caviar being sold here. And here's mackerel. Mackerel is very Swedish, guys. Oysters, shrimps. Look at that. Looks amazing. Please be waited here to be seated. Hej!
Hej!
Tror det finns bord för en person?
Jajamän.
Yes, all right. A little bit of history here, guys.
Är du med?
Ja, tack. Feskekörkan. All right, guys, I'm gonna do it. Let's see if we can find somewhere to sit and eat. All right. Nej, jag kan sitta här. Ja, tack så mycket. It actually feels really nice to finally be able to eat something. My hands are freezing still. I think I might do a husman. And husman's kost basically means, I don't know how to call it. Husman is houseman. A better way to describe it is think of the Eastern way people eat. The Eastern cuisine reminds me actually of this Scandinavian husman, which is hearty meals. You know, it's filling hearty meals, a lot of protein, mostly carbs, just fats in order to survive the harsh weather conditions in this part of the world. So yeah, husman's kost, absolutely Swedish, absolutely Scandinavian. You can find it everywhere here. They have the classic SOS. SOS meaning, if I understand it correctly, sill. How was it now? Sill, ost, smör, which is fish, cheese, and butter, with 3 different kinds of sills. All right, no, we're doing that. There we go. Bob's your uncle. A little pricier than I want it to be, but you know, gotta do it for the adventure. In fact, I don't even remember the last time I ate here. Probably my 20s, 10 years ago perhaps. But I don't know, I was a student back then, and you know, the prices were even then a little too steep. So you guys are actually my perfect excuse for me to have a little bite of Gothenburg history. Also, I ordered a little truffle, the weekly chocolate truffle something. Sounds amazing. So the hype is real. Maybe we can take a little look around us while we're waiting for the food. Looks like somebody's birthday, 30th birthday, and around me is the bar. Somebody getting older, and I'm right in the middle of the roof. Alright guys, here we go, the SOS. I just got it recently, and it's seal, a local fish here from this part of the world, Scandinavian, and I have absolutely no idea what the difference is this. I might look it up afterwards and put some information, but SOS stands for sill, ost, or smör, which is basically the fish, the cheese, ost, och smör is the butter. And we got some red onion over here, a little cheese I believe, and a very common staple in all Scandinavian food, the potato. And also of course chocolate is live, so I had a little chocolate, veckans tryffel, a chocolate piece to, finish my meal. This is gonna be interesting. I can't remember. I don't believe really I ever had this meal ever in my life. We'll see. Oh man. All right. Shite. What is this? Oh fuck me. This is quite potent. Oh man, this is all right. I gotta try the white wine. The white wine is gonna hit me. I can already feel it. I'm gonna be a chicken. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna try the salsa first, the sauce. Okay, way more pleasant than expected. Way more. All right, let's go. Let's dig right in. Let's give me a fishy piece. All right. Whoa. Very creamy. Okay. It tastes better than it looks. Way better. We have this bread also with us, and I believe ignorant me is gonna try to go a little of the sauce. Yeah, okay, this is quite lovely. This is amazing. This, I don't know why, I never liked this kind of bread before. Look at this. Can you see it? Very thin. It tastes awesome. This is good. Oh. So crunchy. And once we're at it, let's see. Oh. A little cheese. Okay, whoa. I love cheese. Wow. Jesus. Okay, that was great. And we have the potato, 3 boiled potatoes, 3 little balls here. So I'm gonna be a complete animal in this fucking stab this thing, showing my Latin roots. I'm from the capital of Peru, Limeño. I'm gonna go with the fish. And a little bit of the potato. And a little bit of the cheese. Yes. I think I'm gonna position this better. All right, a little better position. You can see me enjoying myself. Det smakar jättegott. Tack så mycket. Good service. A little more. And yeah, That's good. I love how she's actually talking to me in English, even though we spoke Swedish before. You know, I'm talking English all the time, whilst I'm talking to you. So, right. So I'm gonna save this one. That's what I always do. I have more than half of it. I'm gonna return to this later and I'm gonna grab the red one. Whatever the hell that is. Sniff test. Oh, okay, this smells less pungent and more crap. Well, it's more like a vinegar smell. No, it's not bad actually. It's less fishy and more sour. I don't know. Let's go. This, look how it is. Okay, damn daddy. All right, I get it. It's very sour, very bitter, but not in the wrong way. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I'm feeling you. There's a little, maybe I'm missing the spice. You know, I'm a Latin guy. Maybe I want the chili, maybe I want the, ají amarillo. I don't know. There's just something. So let's go the third one. Whatever the hell this is. I don't even want to, I don't want to drop it again. Oh. Whoa. What? Is this just water or like? I don't get it. But I've been wrong before. I've been wrong for a couple of minutes ago. It's basically bland. There's nothing. It's sweet. It's like sugar, pure sugar. It's fishy sweet. It's not bad. It's like, I don't know what it is. I'm gonna dip my cheese. No euphemisms here. I'm gonna dip my cheese into the butter or sauce or whatever the hell. Now the whole cheese thing, I could eat like an entire block. But this one, I don't know. Guys. Call me old-fashioned, but I like my chilies. No, but let's go. It's like in a sugar level. I'm too ignorant about these things. I don't dare to comment, but the liquid is quite sugar, so maybe it's a sugar-based solution. I don't know. But it's not bad though. Okay, if I would rank this, actually, it would be in the exact same order I ate it. Maybe it has something to do with it, my palate. Fishy smell, weird fishy smell, but delicious taste. I mean, it do be like that sometimes. It do be like that. Then we have the red one, which is more the bitter, vinegary. I'll pay for this. The red one. And the sour one, the vinegary one, and second best. And the one that I wasn't quite fond of is the sugary one, the sweet one. I don't know. It didn't impress me. It's not bad. I'm gonna finish this. The potatoes from my country, Peru. It was exported, you know, during the exploration of the New World and yada yada yada. And it found all its way up to Scandinavia. And you know, I think it's lovely. But I have still to this day try any properly good potato. I know I'm picky, but you know, do remember I'm from the land of the potato. I'm from the land of the llamas, which is fun fact. The reason why this whole blog is called Street Llama. Now my fingers are all sticky and fishy. But like always, it's worth it, right? Alright guys, chocolate time. It's already been melting a little bit, but it's alright. I have absolutely no idea what this is, but no. Derecha, izquierda, arriba, abajo, por centro, adentro. Whoa. God, it's quite rich, as it should be. It's filling, but it's lovely. Ah. Oh my God. I believe I have to ask, like, it's great. Nejlika? Okej, tack så mycket. Jättebra, jag talar gärna nu. Nejlika. Really? There you go. A little trick I've learned with chocolate, of course. I was when it comes to the fancier ones, at least, if you want to savor it, it's like wine. You take a little piece and you let it melt on your tongue, and you have a little sip of air. Like, oh, time to pay. And I'm gonna need my phone because that's where my wallet is nowadays. Se acabó. Gone. Well, that was a meal of its own. Apologies if we got a little too close and personal, but honestly, I didn't plan to eat at this place, but you know, once you're there, while in Rome, visit the church. And also too, it was way too cramped for me to use my gimbal where I was seated, which could be seen as one of the criticism for this place. However, you know, it's Saturday, it's like past noon, there's gonna be extra many tourists, extra lots of local people, so you know, no surprises. I think I'm gonna end it there. Maybe take one final shot of the location. And thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna be doing more videos about this from a local's perspective of Gothenburg. So stick around and find out. Oh wait, that's a Stockholm song. Ooh, okay. One final note. When it comes to Gothenburgers and Stockholms, don't mix them together. We're completely different animals. In fact, my local friends will tease me about me singing a Stockholm song after visiting such a classic, iconic Gothenburg place. But you know what? People do mix. No, I'm not gonna edit this out. I'm gonna. Nah, I'm sticking to this. All right, cheers, guys.